Hello guys, and welcome to this 2014 combat guide. Today we're going to be killing iron and steel dragons, yeah, both of them, just cuz, at Brimhaven Dungeon. Now this method, if used correctly, can generate up to 300,000 XP in your chosen X skill per hour. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to look at is the equipment. Now let's start off. I would recommend having a minimum of guthans. Now you could take Daroks or Torags or something, but I would absolutely recommend guthans over those, just because if you have the Guthans War Spear, then that actually heals you while you're going along. So that's great for when your aura runs out. I recommend having the Vampirism aura or the Penance aura if you don't have Dragon Tooth necklace or one like that. I've forgotten the name of them now. Obviously if you do have Drygors, that is absolutely gonna help. I mean, if you do have them, that's brilliant. If you can wield them, that's even better. But if you don't, it's no worries, just use the Guthan Spear. That'll heal you while you go along, and it misses quite regularly, but not too regularly, so you do get quite a lot of hits in, and it's better than using like a Bandos Godsword or something, which you could use if you couldn't afford the Guthan Spear somehow. Now what I don't have any gloves or well, I've got Bandos boots, but they're just because I found them in my bank. But I would recommend having a Ring of Wealth, but you don't really need boots or gloves. I mean, they don't really do much other than give you a slight armor and health boost, but if you've got them and they're non-degradable, just bring them. Why not? I mean, you're not really going to die while you're there. Cape is probably best to have a skill cape or a fire cape or a Tokar Kal or something, but I mean, it doesn't really do a lot. It only gives you a little bit of a critical bonus and a tiny bit of armor, so you know, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so for your quick prayer setup, I would recommend having defense from melee, protect from melee, my bad, just in case you get a bit cocky or something. Protect item, that's always useful, and then ultimate strength and incredible reflexes, and they should be your quick prayer setup. So yeah. Okay, so for the ability bar setup, what you want to have is something like what I've got if you're using Drygors, and if you're using a two-handed weapon, then you want to be using this set out or something similar to it. But you'll notice what they both have in common. They both have like Sever, Punish, Slice, and Dismember. That's quite useful actually. Assault and Berserk and that. But the one thing that they also have is they always have high-level alchemy. Now, I'll explain why you want that in a second, but it's really useful to have because they do drop quite a lot of high-powered gear. Well, high-powered gear? They drop blooming dragon. Anyway, they drop quite a bit of dragon. I mean, you'll probably get a dragon piece once every 25 minutes or half an hour or something. And you know, they'll also drop things like rune items, so yeah, you want to have that on your abilities. And basically you can actually use abilities at the same time as using high level alchemy, which I think is quite cool. So maybe that was an update that they did quite a while ago. But yeah, so what I have is I have Slice, Punish, Havoc, Dismember, Sever, Flurry, Assault, Destroy, Berserk and Slaughter, and I also have Protect from Melee. I don't know why I have that on there. I mean, I've got it set up as a quick press, so I don't really need it. And for the two-handed ability bar, so if you're using the Guthan's War Spear or something similar, then you want Slice, Punish, Sever, Fury. That's actually pretty rubbish. I mean, I don't really know why I have that on there. Maybe it's just an interlinking ability. You can always switch these out for your personal preference, but I've also got Dismember, Assault, Berserk, Slaughter, Debilitate, I don't know why I got that, Pulverize and Hurricane. That's quite a useful one as well, and of course high level alchemy. Hello guys, and welcome to the inventory setup. So the invent setup that I recommend is literally just set out right now. So as you can see, we've got some overload flasks, We've got 5 of those. We've got some super anti-fire flasks. We've got 5 of those as well. So that's going to last us 2.5 hours. So that's pretty cool. I have got some little bits of food down there, just in case I need those, because, you know, if your super anti-fire runs out for some reason, say you misclicked and you didn't click on it or something like that, and yeah, and then you get hit like 2k, it's just a little precaution, and it's also quite useful if you come into the end of a trip and your auras run out and stuff. So yeah. So the next thing I recommend is having a bone crusher to bury the bones. That way you get prayer XP, and you also get some other things as well, like you get prayer points. Now I'd recommend having a Guthan's War Spear if you're taking Guthans, so that you can heal yourself on longer trips. That's just easier than you know, like just having the Drygors, because then you're going to need more food. Especially if your vampirism aura runs out. Then I've got some alch runes, just in case I get some items. Well, it's almost certain that I'm going to get items. So yeah, but you can get a lot of nice stuff from there that alchs for like 20-30k each. So yeah, bring some GP into the game, screw up the economy, it's fine, nobody cares. Then you got some rocktail soups. That's just I just explained that. And I've also got some adrenaline flasks. Now they're optional, and don't forget guys, you can always substitute this stuff out. So if you don't have like overloads, you can always take something else, and if you don't have super anti-fires, you can always take just regular anti-fires. But I would definitely recommend that you did have them, because they can hit quite a lot without them. And yeah, the GP, the 875 GP is absolutely essential, otherwise you're going to be banking before the trip's even started, because you need 875 GP to get in. Anyway, that's it for the invent setup. Don't forget you can substitute things in, but yeah. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to teleport to Karamaja. So just open your thingy and teleport there, I guess. So the next thing that you want to have is your 875 GP. This is essential. And then you go in the dungeon, run through here, and then you go and chop the vines. You can use the axe on your tool belt, so just use that. I don't know what the level requirement is for this, but I'll find out, and then I'll stick it on the screen. Run past the moss giants. Sorry, I'm literally narrating this as I'm seeing it, so you guys can see where I'm going. I don't even need to commentate on this, you know. I could literally just have like music overlay. And yeah, so this is the first room. This is where I usually go, and but you can go down this mysterious entrance. It's okay. There's no rapists or anything, so it's fine. Then there's iron dragons on one side, steel dragons on the other side, and over here you can have mithril dragons. And yeah, now we're going to work out what the XP rates are like, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so I'm just coming up to the last 10 seconds here of this little trip. So I decided to do 10 minutes worth in the end, so that should hopefully give you guys a good idea. You just times the number that I get by 6, and then yeah. So as you can see, my overload's literally just about to run out, so yep, there you go. I'll finish this kill. There we go. And yeah, as you can see, I get about 45k. So 45,000 times 6 is 270,000, and 15,000 Constitution XP times 6 is 90,000. So I reckon if you have like max stats and stuff, you can easily get 300,000 XP an hour here. I wasn't going full out, so yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this guide. Hopefully you found it helpful. Please like, rate, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.